one thing that was kind of refreshing to see in this AFC North version of Hard Knocks, the assistant coaches. I like Zachary Orr's energy in the locker room. Yo, he's trying to get these guys into this.
I always
game,
watch all this. I watch all this.
He's solid.
No, I mean the
like
adjustments made over the last.
The defense has been a little bit
better, yo.
Yeah, and we could transition
Been
to
a
that.
lot better, yo.
The defense has improved. He talked about personnel changes. Of course, he don't want to mention any names, but he's like,
we mentioned them enough, bruh.
And that good thing is, like we said, because I said that Colts team like 06, they made a change, and it was another team later. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but like it's been a few teams that the defense was bad, but like a little like by the last third of the year, they figured something out because it wasn't a personnel issue.
Right.
See, if you got a personnel issue, it is what
it's
it is.
cooked. Yeah,
there ain't really much you can scheme all you want. You could get okay, but like when it's literally like we just got to figure out what it is. Like if it's one major thing or two tweaks, like we just got to figure out what it is. And what you got the personnel, you feel good because the season is long and it's getting longer. So that's the good thing. They talk about they see like he's talked about like I like Zach Orr for the most part.
Yeah,
because we kept saying you got to figure out what the issue is. We all knew the issue.
Yeah.
Or at least one of the major issues. And he finally pulled the trigger. And I'm sure it comes to upper people above him as well. It's a team effort.
His contract was high too. You know what I mean? Marcus was up there. So I get having to play him.
But that
kind of thing.
He had the run defense on point. They just had to figure out some stuff with that, with the safety play. But now they figured it out. But it's the defense is trending in the right direction. And I'll just transition to this real quick because that bye week is coming at a perfect time. Mm-hmm. Maybe a week earlier would have been a little bit better, but
Kyle Van Noy, all them dudes like that need
healthy.
that. They need to just lay around.
And just sit back.
All of them.
And reevaluate everything that's happened, even in depth.
Ice baths and sleep, bro.
Yeah.
And watching film.
Game planning.
And they spoke about, I've seen several people from the organization, we could feel like that all we want, but they specifically, I think Harbs has said it, and I don't want to think too much. I think Kyle Hamilton said it, and maybe some other folks, like the timing is really good. We get to reevaluate, get some guys rest up, and if they feel like the timing is right now, that's a good sign. Like we said, the defense is improving. The offense was a little clunky, had some stuff for special teams, but like this is a good time to work on it. And then you coming back against a team, you should be able to get through. In addition to because they got decent enough defensive players and a few offensive players, so it's not like they're just some team that can't do anything. Mm-hmm. You should be able to figure out some things next week, this time before you go into that Steelers game. So I think the bye week is about as perfect as you could possibly have. Like I said, maybe a week earlier. I feel like that may have been a little more perfect. But Harv's also spoke about it. We caught some teams while they were hot.
Yeah.
While they were healthy.
It
sounded a little exclusive, but it is
crazy.
If you're just looking at the schedule, he said the schedule
is crazy.
They played the first place.
Never play nobody. Sorry, you feel me?
Their schedule is wild, yo.
Yeah,
it was like maybe two sorry teams, maybe the Raiders and is it 2 or 1? Oh, the Browns.
Yeah,
but that's divisional. So the divisional games are weird though. It's not really you're not really playing a bum team. Like really only the Raiders, yo. Yeah. That's crazy. You played all these games and only the Raiders, yo, are the straight up sorry team. That's wild. Like everybody else has played at least 3 to 4 sorry teams, yo. Yeah. So it's good that that's happening. But one of the things to piggyback off of that, I don't know if y'all saw Kyle was sitting down. He was like, he feels this team, the Super Bowl window, and Harv's talked about this too. All of our goals are still in front of us, which is a fact. He was like, he still felt very confident in the Super Bowl team because he was like, yo, we facing more adversity. He said he felt like basically this team was more equipped to win the Super Bowl than last year's team, because they facing adversity more so. He's like, we was running through everybody last year, which was a fact. So when they finally got punched in the mouth, you could tell like the penalties and stuff, the out of character move, they just did not know how to respond. Like especially against that team. Mm-hmm. That team is the most prepared team and ready team and experienced team out of everybody. And we all remember you can go back to and watch that episode. Anybody who ain't seen it, if you want. We always just like, we just wasn't ready, yo.
Yeah, man.
Was not ready.
The energy was shifted from that game from the beginning.
When Travis Kelce said, okay, I'm
through that helmet, Tucker's helmet and stuff.
And then went out there and literally killed them, beat them in with the first like 2 or 3 drives or whatever. Yeah. That's what it was. So, but like you said, Kyle, like, I've been saying it too leading up to it because he's kind of confirming, like, bro, they didn't seen everything possible. Yeah. The bye week should give them a time. That's why it's like getting hot at the end of the season, the last 4 games leading into like, just try to get hot. Of course, 4-0 would be perfect. 3-1, I still say that 3 games in 10 days is going to be tough to just sweep like that.
They only do that to
but
us.
3-1, if you could do that and look good, maybe have a close loss. If that, we're going for all 4 wins. But like getting hot and playing well is the key to this whole thing right now. And if they could do that, no team, I don't care what no team says. No team wants to play the Ravens in the playoffs, flat out. The Chiefs are probably the only team that just feels uber confident regardless.
They got us, man.
Yeah, they the only team. But every other team is like, if we can avoid them, or they hoping this team knock them out. Maybe the Steelers, because they just know them so well. I want to say the Steelers and the Chiefs are the only 2 teams.
Yeah,
every other time, the Buffalo Bills, no other team want to play.
Steelers games always are weird, yo.
Like, it's the divisional and the direct rivals, yo. Yeah. So it just, I don't want. You know how I go when it's like that.
We appreciate y'all huddling up with us. Continue to like, rate, and subscribe.
Yes, indeed. And please tell a friend and tell a friend. Share this everywhere.
Yeah, as of right now, like. Everything else is great.
Like it.
And we want you to do all of that. But liking helps us out if you want to see more content.
It's free to do, man.
It helps spread the word.
Peace.